tweet or.
God damn it, Kate!
I'm going to really
Anyway.
Y'all remember Burnout?
You talking about me?
No, the game. also, we did burn out a little there, but yeah.
Welcome to Always Room for More. I'm your host, Chris Moore. With me always is the beautiful Katrina Penny.
Hello.
And our best friends, Ryan and Spinny.
Hi there, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Spinny.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked about video games, and oh boy, was it fun, and we didn't get enough out of it, because we got more to say about video games than folks, and that's what this episode's all about, so...
Yeah, there's just so many that we didn't get to cover.
Yeah, get ready for part 2 of video games. What do we call that one again? I think it was 8-bit and lit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, here we go. I remember we were talking about games that we wanted to play that we never got into. And we talked about Diablo and stuff, which, by the way, Diablo 1 is being redone, or maybe it's Diablo 2. One of them's being redone.
Diablo 2 is getting remastered,
with
and I'm
Diablo
so
3
fucking
graphics.
excited.
Yeah, on the Switch.
So fucking excited.
Looks pretty sick. And but anyways, Turok. Do you remember Turok?
Yes, that game was awesome.
I never
Yeah.
got into Turok, but
Turok?
I fucking wanted to.
Yo, my roommate has Turok. He
Oh,
just
what?
showed me like a day or two ago.
Well, I know it's on the Switch because our buddy...
He's on
got-
GameCube.
Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember all the boys in my class playing that on, like, the computers and stuff like that.
Right.
They were, like, obsessed with it. And anytime we had a free period in the computer lab, they were playing that game. I think that's what it was. And you got to, like, run around. Were you a person or were you a dinosaur?
You're a person.
I don't remember how it looked, but I remember there was dinosaurs. And it was like,
there's
what?
dinosaurs.
You rode
Basically,
dinosaurs.
It kind of... I don't remember if it was riding dinosaurs in any of the sequels, maybe. But I know in the original ones, it's like a Duke Nukem ripoff or like a Doom ripoff where it's first person, you can see the gun, and you're running around shooting all these bad guys that are either lizard people or dinosaurs or tribes people because you're on this weird planet or weird back in time or something's going on. I can't remember exactly what the fuck's
Something
going on.
Turok-y.
Yeah, and you're basically an ancient Indian person yourself or whatever, fighting all these things with these guns and stuff. But our buddy Julian showed us this on Switch, and I remembered it from the 64, right? But he has it on the Switch, and I was like, oh shit, it makes it again. Want to get another fucking Switch. Because I can play that fucking game, and I never got a chance to play it as a kid. And that's one of those games that I wanted to play that I never got to play.
Yeah, my roommate just got a GameCube.
I still have mine.
That's awesome.
Why would it-
I wanted to get into GameCube so bad. I never owned one.
You never did?
No, my ex owned one, and I got to play a little bit there. But other than that, no, just no GameCubes.
Did I
the
tell
little
the
mini
story?
games were so cool. Like I kind of love the idea of it. Like
Did I tell the story of how I got my GameCube?
I think so. Because
Did
you
I?
talked about how you got all your systems.
I don't know, did I?
I think so.
Oh, well.
It wasn't that long
I don't
ago.
know why anyone would get a GameCube instead of these days instead of a Switch.
well, yeah, he just wanted to
Yeah.
play
Old
some
school,
retro-
man.
old GameCube
retro
games.
Like Switch is awesome.
Switch is pretty awesome,
For
but
those
those
that
kind
don't
of
have
expensive.
that, it's pretty dope.
I want to get one so bad because, like, again, the new games that are coming out for it, like the Mario games and stuff, and the Turok games and old games you can play, like the old system games even. I don't know. It's just like probably the best deal right now you can get because you can find them for one. Can't find the PS5 anywhere. That fucking thing is hard to find.
Yeah.
It's what, like $500 for a Switch? Probably lower now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They have a couple different models. So they do have the Switch Lite, which I think it's just got less memory on it or something like that. What was I talking about?
Switch
The
Lite.
Switch Lite. All right. So they do have two different models. One is a lighter model, and I think it's just got either less memory or it's probably something like the laptop where it's a
Well,
little like
it also doesn't come apart. Like the controller parts don't come off of it. It's all one system, like a big ass Game Boy, basically.
So you can't dock it.
No.
That's true. You cannot dock it on the home console, which is kind of key. So it's only portable,
Yeah.
which for me is kind of a game breaker.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I want to get the original Switch or something, because like, again, you can put that on the big screen or play it on the little screen, do what you want with it,
Yeah.
all the fun stuff.
The Switch Lite is just the portable version.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not as fun.
It's not fun.
This takes the only innovative part of that whole console out of the console.
Takes a couple innovative parts out because it's got like the removable controllers, which are kind of like the Wii controllers. So they've got the sensitivity, so it senses the motion in the controllers. So like for arrows and shooting the arrows, you can angle the controllers and shoot.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Wii. Friend of mine who lived with me in high school had Wii, the Wii system had Wii.
They had Wii. Sounds like they had
And
something.
they
They got the Wii.
they set it up in my living room, right? So we would play it all the time, and I got really, really into the Need for Speed games.
Oh, I forgot about Need for Speed. Those games are
Yeah, and it's weird that the
Hot
first time I
Pursuit.
was introduced to was on the Wii, but I got to use like that like steering wheel and shit, which was difficult. But like using like the Wii remotes and stuff like that, I got really, really good at playing Need for Speed.
interesting.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun.
PS2.
It was a lot of fun.
PS2, yeah.
I like racing
Need for
games.
Speed Underground.
Not a lot of people would think that I would, but I do. I really enjoy racing games. I get a little bit competitive. So I'm a little bit competitive. So racing games, I'm like, move, bitch, get out the way.
Racing games are a sore spot for me because me and my brother Jordan, growing up, we played NASCAR on the PS1, and he would make me play with him. And he would always want to do the Indy 500s of 300 laps or 500 laps even, and just going around in fucking circles in your car, man. You know how fucking, like, don't get me wrong, you NASCAR fans out there, you love that shit. That's great. It's fun to watch, and sometimes it has cool
And
shit.
he's turning left.
But
And he's turning left.
Yeah, it's pretty boring to play.
Making a
And
left
he's turning
turn.
another left turn.
And on that note, let's smoke weed about it. But the Need for Speed games are always fun because you can always like go off course. Some of them, like Underground. Underground was the one I fell in love with for a while. But then you guys remember what was the other one? Midnight Club by Rockstar.
That was a good one.
That one,
Yeah, I do remember that game.
that one was fun because you
That
could
was
fucking do motorcycles and shit, not just cars. That was like number 3. I think it was number 3. Dub Edition was cool.
You know, what game was kind of a sore spot for me?
What's
Mortal Kombat.
what? That's
Know
the best
why?
fighting game there is, brother.
Because of this motherfucker right here.
I am pretty unbeatable.
You want to play Mortal Kombat, Ryan? You want to play Mortal Kombat? Yeah. All right. I'll fight you. You can pick any character you want. Knocks you out in round 1. Knocks
See,
you out in round 2.
I'm not
I
bad.
ain't fighting you, man.
I'm not bad at fighting games, but I think that's mainly because
You're a butt masher.
I'm a button masher, and also I used to play Soul Calibur a lot.
True.
Like that was one of the I had a few games for the GameCube, and Soul Calibur 2 was one of them. I never had the first one, but I had Soul Calibur 2, and I used to rock the shit out of that game. I played it relentlessly at one point, and I was good, but I didn't know any of the combinations. I just knew if I hit certain buttons, like if I did it in this kind of like area, it would do something.
I would
So
say Soul Calibur and Street Fighter games are a little more technical thinking when it comes to fighting games. There's more combos and shit like that. Like you can learn like
Street Fighter. I could never figure out
That's what I'm saying. That Street Fighter and
combos.
Soul Calibur, like kind of those kind of games. Mortal Kombat has more straightforward combos,
You know what I don't
but
get?
also technical combos as well.
With Street Fighter, How the fuck were you supposed to learn the combos?
Read the manual, motherfuckers. That's why it came. That's why the game came with
Was
manuals.
it in the manual?
Most of them had underneath the character. You would have like their super moves,
And how to
some
do them.
basic combos, and the rest you could either just try to pull off by trying to comboing the combos.
I believe the fatalities were originally hidden.
Those are hidden. I'm not talking about like fatalities, Mortal Kombat. Like Street Fighter, you could look up. I'm pretty sure in the manuals, it would have the character and like their best moves, best combos, and shit like that. Mortal Kombat, I'm pretty sure just gave you the backstories to each character and like maybe their special, like down up or down forward X to shoot ice ball or.
You know what I
Back-forward X.
really do appreciate? Mm-hmm. You remember like the Grand Theft Auto games, and they just program cheats into the game,
Yeah.
like just straight up, like from the get go. Like here's the cheat codes.
You know they did because they had like weapon tier 1, weapon tier 2, weapon
Like
tier 3.
like what the things you got from doing it. There's no way it was just random glitches. Like it was programmed into the game that you press these buttons in this order and you get this.
Well, I think,
It's
like,
just
they-
like you guys want to play, do whatever you want with whatever cheats you want. Here you go. Like literally, they just broke the game. There was no intended way to play it. That was kind of cool, even if it was just beating up hookers and shit.
I think that maybe comes down to the thing that there's maybe two tiers of gamers, like the ones that kind of want that challenge and want to kind of experience the challenge and the fun of getting unlocking things.
I'm that guy.
And then the other people that are like, I want to play this game and I want to play everything that is involved with this game now. Day
Right.
one.
Well-
Not 25 days from now when I unlock it.
Yeah, but
Playing
I'm just saying-
1,200 hours.
I'm just saying, I think it's cool that the company lets like me or you decide that,
It's nice that
whether
they
or not
kind of-
we're going to cheat or not, rather than like trying to stop you.
Yeah.
I
They're just
remember-
like do whatever you want.
The first time I ever saw anybody ever play Grand Theft Auto, I was like 12 years old. It was grade 7, and I went over to my friend's house for like during lunch hour because we were allowed, and or maybe I was like 13.
Good old days.
I was like 13 because grade 8s were allowed to go off property for lunch, so we went to his place at lunchtime with a bunch of our friends, and he put on Grand Theft Auto and he was playing it, and it was like Xbox Grand
Like
Theft
3.
Auto, yeah.
or 4.
So it's like old school shit, and I just remember watching it, and this is my first time ever seeing like a video game like that, and I just like, this is barbaric. What am I watching? Like
The
this
bird's
is
eye view one?
what?
This is like
Was
Sims,
it the
but
bird's
evil.
eye view one
No,
from
that'd
like
be
above?
PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
I don't even
It
know.
wasn't out for the Xbox, those games, I'm pretty sure. Xbox, I got 3 and 4. Like 360. Xbox 360 got
At least
4.
I think it was Xbox. It might have been PlayStation, but
Okay, well, it was PlayStation, then yeah, it was definitely those ones.
Do you guys remember the very first Grand Theft Auto? Like the old school?
Bird's Eye View, yeah.
Yeah.
Those
right
were hard.
above.
Interesting. Very interesting, those ones. I was going to say, do you guys remember the rip-off San Andreas, or Saints Row games?
Yeah,
Oh, those games were
that
fucking
was
fun.
him guy.
like the rip-offs of Saints Row, or Saints
rips
Row
off-
was the rip-off
is a rip-off
of
of
yeah.
GTA, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've played Saints Row a little bit
Mm-hmm.
with you and previous to you because I played it on my ex's Xbox 360. Wow, that was a lot of X's in one
It's a
word.
little bit different. You ever play Saints Row?
Oh, yeah.
You got superpowers.
Well, that's like later on. That's Saints Row 4 when they
Okay.
got stupid. Like, I thought that was
I thought that was kind of
dumb.
lame.
Okay. Saints Row
Lame.
1.
I thought that was the only thing that made it separate from Grand
No,
Theft Auto.
well,
It was just
after,
Grand Theft
yeah,
Auto
yeah,
with superpowers. If it was that from the get go, it might have been cooler because
What
it's its
I
own
liked-
thing. But no,
Yeah,
it's just
no.
different Grand Theft
What
Auto.
I
but
liked
not as
about
good.
Yes.
Saints Row was that I could choose a female
Yeah, you got to
character. Like,
make a
I just
character.
like to be able to play as a female. It's just
Mm-hmm.
my personal preference. So I don't mind playing as a male character, but again, I don't know why.
That's what made
fair
Saints Row
enough.
games better. You can make your own character from the get go. It wasn't like you're
Yeah.
Tommy Vercetti or you're this person
CJ.
doesn't fucking talk or yeah.
That's
you're
where they
CJ.
differed for sure.
Right, yeah.
Was like you don't have like the set people that you have to choose to play as.
Yeah, this
You
is
can
like
make your
you.
own,
Yeah.
and that's what I think. My ex was trying to explain to me when he showed it to me originally because I'm like, oh, this is cool, because he would play Grand Theft Auto, but then he would play Saints Row, and I'm just like, well, this looks a little more interesting because I'm more into RPG where I can create my own character and, you know, do more of my likeness, and I like to more or less be able to put myself into the video game and play as like myself in a way. Like, is that weird? I don't know.
That's what most of the people do. Like,
No,
to do.
I know,
Yeah.
but like some people
Game
do it to like get away from
producers
their
take
like
over.
likeness.
Well, it's-
you
yeah,
know,
like I named my Pokemon Valspinny. Like I know what you mean. Like it's a little
yeah,
weird.
it's just kind of
Well.
like you're entering that world yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Some people like to go all out and try to do virtual life like that. Like you play GTA Online. You find people that will, you know, obviously don't dress gangster and whatnot in the real life, but will dress full on gangster in the game.
Yeah.
You'll find people that dress up full on gangster in life. And
or
dress full on
I'll
gangster in
do
the
it
game.
to the likeness I wish I looked like.
That too. You'll find that too.
You know, like, because I can always make the females in the game look a lot prettier than what I feel like I look like.
Oh, you don't give yourself enough credit. You're beautiful, honey.
Anyone play the computer game Street Rod?
I don't
No,
even know
what
what
the
that
fuck
is.
is that?
Street Rod?
It was Street Rod.
Sounds like a new street drug.
That was like I want to say mid to late 90s game. It was a computer game. It was basically about drag racing.
Okay.
Like underground
It's like
drag
Hot
racing.
Rod and Street Racing
Hot
mixed
Rod.
together. Like Street Rod.
Street rod.
I don't. That doesn't mean what you think it means, sir.
Somebody
Is
did
it
not
called
think that
Street
marketing
Rod
for
or
me.
Hot Rod, but
You got that street rod?
yeah, it was like an old school game where you
Yeah.
like buy these cars off of I think you'd pull off of this newspaper, like a ruffled up newspaper, and go through like the wanted ads, buy like these cars, and then you'd take it into your garage and like actually modify it, like the engine, the transmission.
Oh, like you'd soup it up as if you actually bought a used car.
Yeah, you like soup it up yourself and like click the bolts, take off all the individual bolts.
I think the later Gran
and then
Turismo
go
games
racing.
did that too.
Interesting. Yeah, you can
They
change
might
every
have-
single component of a car.
They probably took from that, but this was like 90s,
Oh, yeah.
like old school, like
Well, Gran Turismo's always been ahead of the curve with their games. They're always like racing simulators. They're not, you know, these games, as they say.
yeah. Nowadays it's standard in these games, but like for us that remember,
It's pretty crazy how games like that, like games like Gran Turismo now, where it shows you a schematic of the entire car pretty goddamn well, like of every single part that goes into it.
Well, they
Like,
work with the
that's training.
manufacturers, right?
yeah.
Like that would just train. Like they're just making a game for training their employees. Just play this goddamn game. Like you want to learn how to build this car? Look at the fucking game.
You can
Like, it's-
basically-
we put it in the game.
I was gonna say, like, basically, you can take Gran Turismo and use it almost like a car commercial for some of these cars. You know, it's like, look at these fucking cars and how fucking great they are, how fast and everything like that. You know what I mean? And like they can move, and they're made by Ferrari or they're made by such and such. You know, so they're basically like a fucking car commercial game.
Yeah.
Because they're realistic enough to show you. Perfect timing. Talking about cars.
Yeah, no kidding.
But they was realistic enough to show you how they turn at a certain speed. I think there was even something that happened where there was a glitch that they couldn't figure out how to fix. Was that every time one car would go around this turn or a certain amount of degree of turn, it would wipe out. It would like lock or something. It would wipe out. So they couldn't figure what the fuck was wrong. And it turned out that that's an actual problem that car actually has in real life. If it goes a certain degree of turn, it will wipe out. And like the certain speed or something. So by doing something in the game to fix that, they realized how to fix that in the real car. So they were able to fix that defect in the real car by fixing it in the game first.
That's fucking awesome.
So video
That's
games,
so
man,
cool.
are fucking like the next fucking way of figuring things out.
I saw this really cool thing about video games. I completely forgot about it until recently, and it's similar to this.
Right.
McDonald's has a Nintendo DS game, and they made a Nintendo DS, McDonald's Nintendo DS. It's all in Japanese,
That doesn't surprise me.
and it's the rarest DS game ever.
Oh my God.
What's it called? McDonald's Dreamland?
I think it's just called McDonald's.
E-training. I think, or something like that. I watched a guy get his hands on a copy, and he paid like kind of an obscene amount of money for it.
Obviously.
Because there's only like 20, like or ever, like it was like that was the only one they knew that existed, and there's one other one. There's two.
Did you hear about the Taco Bell Xbox 360? When you turn it on, Xbox 360, it goes ding or whatever. But you turn this one on, it's the Taco Bell sound. You know, the Taco Bell ding.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, it was a giveaway for Taco Bell and like Xbox
God.
360.
Okay, well then we cannot
I wish I
talk
had
about
that.
these things and not bring up the KF console.
Oh, that fucking thing. Okay.
How do you all feel about the KF
forgot
console?
about the KF console.
If it is actually real, it's not really. It's
KFC?
not really a console. It's a computer tower.
Okay, let's explain
Computer.
it. Katrina looking confused.
KF
KFC
computer tower.
has announced they're entering the console wars.
What?
With a chicken
They're-
warmer.
A chicken warmer console. It's called the KF console, the Kentucky Fried Console Warmer. KF. I don't know what it's called. The KF console,
Yeah, the KF
Kentucky
console.
Fried Console.
Dear
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
and it's
And-
a warmer. So the premise of it is that it uses the extra heat from the console to keep the chicken warm. Because you know how fucking hot the PlayStation 4 gets.
It warns us sometimes. Hey, we're getting too hot. Turn us off, damn it.
Yeah, right.
It's been a couple days, sir. Sir. Days.
So,
I need to sleep.
We're burning up in here, sir. Burn it up. Turn on the water. Turn on the fan, damn it. Clean us out. It's fucking dusty in here.
whether or not it's
PS4.
real or not, I don't know. But
I think it was a joke. I think it was just a KFC, like, hard. We're going to
Yeah,
jump into
like
the thing.
Wendy's Twitter is super mean to bands and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, Wendy's Twitter makes fun of like metal bands and shit, and like bands.
That's hilarious.
And like Periphery and like yeah, they just make like Wendy's Twitter is fucking hilarious.
Oh, is that the official Twitter?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Maybe we need to follow them.
Yes, you do. You need to follow Wendy's. It's great.
Okay.
Wendy's Twitter is savage as fuck.
Sounds like an interesting.
I'm gonna smoke weed about that. About Wendy's Twitter.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, maybe we should do some explain the strain. I have here some Redecan Outlaw Hybrid Sativa Dominant, though. It is some delicious fucking shit, let me tell you, y'all. The total THC is 200.8 milligrams. So, out of 1,000, as Ryan says, right, Ryan?
Yep.
So that is 20.8% of THC in these delicious buds here. Now, I have a few on the table here I want to take a look at with my flash. Let me just... Oh, they are crystally. It is delicious looking. I'm sorry. You all see a picture when I posted on the Twitter and the Instagram.
The tweeter.
Yeah, the tweeter. That's what I call it now, because that's where I post a lot of weed photos, right?
The tweeter.
The tweeter. Were you smoking something good, or?
I do believe I picked out a random bud out of this jar over here.
Jar weed.
Random
That was
jar
the jar
weed?
weed.
Isn't that like every one bud from every strain you had for a couple days?
It's like, you know, when you
The
when
roulette
you-
weed.
Yeah, when you get down to the last kind of nug or two, and you're like,
just toss it in
"Alright,
the jar
I'm
and
going
you-
on to the
Yeah,
next
we
one."
talked about this in the last. Or, yeah.
It's got one of those Bovita packs in there, which is pretty amazing because those keep it a nice humidity. That way, it doesn't get too crumbly.
Yeah,
on
those
you.
humidity packs are key.
Packs.
I said that weird.
Yeah, like a bit of a Wisconsin accent.
Humidity packs.
Don't you know?
The other stuff I was smoking was called. It's got a weird name. It's called Nor'easter.
Nor'easter.
Nor'easter, yeah.
Isn't that like a storm on
Is
the
it a
seas?
storm? Oh, it might be. It's
don't know.
SkoSha weed, so maybe that's a term from SkoSha. Nova
I think
Scotia?
those are singable. You can sing that. I think that's pretty. Maybe.
Drunken
Maybe.
sailor lie in the morning. Sorry.
It's all on TikTok right now, right?
Oh yeah, I guess that's a TikTok trend now.
Yeah. So,
What are you
smoke
smoking?
weed about it? Well, I already told you we're smoking Outlaw.
Outlaw?
Outlaw.
Outlaw.
Pay attention,
Outlaw
Spinny.
and Random Bud.
I'll smoke weed again. I did just smoke weed right before playing the stream, but I'm going to smoke weed again about it.
You ever been an outlaw? I've been an outlaw. Because I play Red Dead Redemption, bitches. That's right, bro. I'm going back to my video games.
How do you think you earned that scar?
I don't think y'all played a game like Red Dead. That game, like, the first one, first of all, I fell in love again with Westerns around this time when this game came out, so it was perfect timing.
Yeah.
And I played the first one way to play back Red Dead Revolver, which is technically the first game in the series. Red Harlow is the main character in that one. But the Red Dead Redemption series is the first game in the Red Dead Redemption series.
Yeah.
If that made any sense, a little stone might make sense to us because we're all high.
I'm pretty stoned too.
Sorry, y'all.
It's just like Yeehaw Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's actually a really interesting game. I've watched him
It does
play.
have a good storyline.
It does. I've
Much
watched him
better
play the
story.
storyline of the newest one, and it was really interesting. Like it was almost like watching a movie.
Oh, for sure.
I just caught myself constantly being like, "Oh, what's happening next?" And he wouldn't actually progress the storyline until I was sitting next to him, so I could watch the cutscenes with him.
Basically.
Because it was like watching a little movie. The same with
like a little Sons of Anarchy thing, but with
Yeah.
horses.
actually, it was the one that I watched pretty frequently that you really did not progress in at all unless I was next to you was
Days Gone.
Days Gone, yeah, because
That was a good one, too.
the
Deep
storyline for that was very captivating.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're just like, what's going on? What's happening now? They really wrote the story well for that, and it for somebody who wasn't playing it and just observing it as a third party, it was a good watch, you know.
Which I think is still free right now on PlayStation Plus. So if you're all PlayStation Plus players, download that one. It's a fun game. It's unfortunately they already posted that they're canceled the sequel to that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sucks. I was really hoping to see a sequel
Well,
to that
I mean,
one.
it's interesting because it's like a good mixture of zombie apocalypse with like
Open world
open
adventure.
open world adventure, and then you just kind of like, again, the storyline is very captivating and driven. Like you want to know what happens next.
No, it would have been great for the sequel. If unfortunately it would happen to my thing that I hate the most, but it'd make for a good game. If they have Deacon get killed off, and it's his girlfriend, his wife, basically, that has to try to move on, and then basically move on, and like the zombies are now mutating, so there's different ones now and shit, and she has to get to a safer part of the country.
Play as the wife
Yeah,
instead
basically
of him. Yeah,
learning
that'd
new
be cool.
skills and shit.
Yeah, no, that one was really interesting.
survive.
Talking about again more modern games.
Yeah.
One that I really wish I kind of continued with, but I didn't, was The Last Guardian.
Oh yeah.
It was so beautifully animated
Chico.
and done. Trico. Yeah.
Trico.
And stuff, but having that big, gorgeous, mythical animal that is too much like a dog, literally just making like these little whiny noises at you and like communicating with you as an animal, right? You just become really attached. So anytime it shows that it's hurt, I'm like almost in tears. Anytime it's separated from you, it cries. So you're like just in tears because like it's just like, why can't I get to you? Because it's so big it can't get through some doorways, right? So you're like exploring something, you can just hear it go,
It's
I'm like,
basically Sadie.
yeah, it's a giant Sadie. And I'm just like, please stop.
Sadie's a giant Sadie.
Sadie's a giant Sadie. But it's just, yeah, I loved the graphics in that game, but I just could not play it.
You brought up a good question. You guys play games with like, it's not side characters, but like players that help you out and shit, like quest partners and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like
Do
Fallout.
you prefer having quest partners or being solo, or is that what you're asking?
That, and do any of them get in your way and piss you the fuck off? You have anyone that you hate?
God damn it, Kate!
Yeah, Trina knows how much I hate Kate in fucking Fallout 4. She'd
She's
always
always-
get in my damn way, and I always like, damn it, Kate, move! Or, like, God damn it, Kate, you're stuck on a wall again.
I'll
Like,
be trying.
fuck's sakes, Kate.
I'll be trying to sleep, and all I hear is "God damn it, Kate!"
Oh, I got one. Resident Evil 4. You had to bring that stupid bitch around. I don't care. Like,
Ashley? Yeah.
Whatever. She's just useless, just not helping. I'm like, you shouldn't. If it, like literally, I'm surviving a zombie apocalypse, and you're just staying next to me, and you're not doing a very good job of
Completely
it. Like, could
slows
you
down
stay
the
next
game.
to me better? Like, I'm fighting zombies. Just run faster. Like, oh,
Do
like,
something.
yeah.
I think they realized what they did wrong there, and they made the number 5 with Sheba.
Oh, no,
have a fucking badass gun, but she too would get stuck in shit and do stupid shit.
But I still 100% of the game, and then once you 100% the game, then you can. She can wear a suit of armor and can't die.
Oh, really?
You can't pick her up though. But she just can't
That's
die.
gonna take forever then. Oh man, that game again, fun game to play. That part really slows everything the fuck down. It just makes you go, oh.
But she can't die, so you don't have to. You don't have to worry about her. You just
Yeah,
literally
but why
run
would you
into
play
it.
the game after again?
What?
Once you got everything completely done, what's the point of playing the again?
Because you might be able to do it faster.
I guess that makes sense, but you can't pick her up.
Yeah, Chris.
Then just leave her
What
behind.
is the point of playing it again after you've already beat the game? What is that? What's about that? You do it all the fucking time.
Which game?
All of them.
Which ones?
You've done it with like you. Let me think.
Ah, yes, I think because they can't come up with.
You've restarted Red Dead like 4 times.
I restarted it once, and I've gotten back to like maybe halfway through. I'm not even halfway through the game yet, and it's just fun to play that game. And plus, I want to complete that one 100% because I haven't completed it 100%. He's saying once you complete it 100%, you get the armor for the Ashley person, and then when you play it again, you don't have to worry about her dying. I'm saying if you already 100% it, why play it again?
Because the stupid bitch has
you
armor.
restarted Fallout.
Which one?
I just restarted
4.
Fallout.
4? I did, but again, I didn't 100% that yet. There's
you
still
beat it.
there's a lot of trophies for it. There's
Okay.
3 ways of beating it. my
Okay.
love.
Okay.
And I beat it one way,
Okay.
the foundation way, and I need to beat it the railway way, the
That's funny.
Brothers Steel
Railway
way.
way. Railway way.
railway.
Railway.
I'm going to railway.
Anyway, I still need to beat it once.
Exactly
so.
right. So that's what I mean. Like those games have replayability and reasons for playability
Yeah, I
to
guess
get
so.
100%.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
But once you have 100%, there is really no. Some games will have, like again, Fallout does have a replayability where you're like, I have everything, I have 100%, but it is kind of fun to walk around and see other weird shit and like fight things or, build a fucking settlement and just try to have
I
a
got
life
way
there.
too carried away with the settlements.
Oh,
like
they're fucking-
that's why I didn't beat the game is because like I got like 20 settlements that I'm just running between, trying to fucking make sure that like like all the scavengers and stuff like that aren't like killing people.
Yeah,
So I have to like
raiders.
every 5 minutes I'm like, you have a crisis over here. You have a crisis over here. You need to help people here. And it's like I don't
Again.
have time for this.
Yeah.
Damn it, Preston, do your job.
Games that play you.
It's like, what are you doing about it, man?
Ryan, did you replaying it right now? I wanted to restart it again, but I kind of deleted it so I could redo Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I haven't beat that yet, and that game's fucking fun too. But
I think I just get confused with you re-downloading and actually beating things. Like,
that I do.
Yeah.
You know what game I used to play a lot of? I have sunk hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game. Guitar Hero.
That makes
oh,
sense.
true. Yeah, there was a period of time where I played that too.
That game annoyed the shit out of me because
I'm
all-
so good at it.
all my friends wanted to fucking play it, and
Well,
I hated that.
I mean, let's be honest. You're so good at it because you're a musician.
I think Ryan liked that game too. I think we played it a couple of times at his house.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I also liked Rock Band. Rock Band was good.
Yeah, Rock Band. I
the
was
same thing. Basically.
I was gonna say, sorry.
More instruments.
Rock Band drums taught me how to separate my hands and my feet while playing drums. Vaseline by the Stone Temple Pilots.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the
So one year we got Rock Band for Christmas, and it was for the Wii, weirdly enough. But we got the Rock Band game, and there was a point in time where there was like a month straight. There was 7 of us at my house just constantly playing this game. And we had Guitar Hero as well, but Rock Band had more instruments that you could kind of spread out, right?
yeah.
So we would play Rock Band a lot. I could not play the drums to save my life. I tried. Oh my gosh, I tried. Like I got like I could get to like a certain point where I'm like I can hit 2.
Yeah.
I can keep 2, but as soon as they added a third one in, I was out.
Yeah.
Like I could not add the third. Guitar Hero, I got up to being able to play on medium,
Yeah.
and I was okay. But
See, I started on medium.
Yeah, I think I only ever
So I
got
had-
to medium.
I started on medium because I had 4 fingers.
I remember Jessica having to.
I'll have 4 fingers.
Yeah, but there's
What?
4 buttons to press.
I know, but you're like, I started on medium because I have 4 fingers. So,
Yeah, it just made sense to me. I'm like,
yeah.
So
Do you grow the 4th finger at the age of 18 or something?
Jess got Guitar Hero before I did
Right.
because she had a PlayStation, right? So when she got it, she ended up bringing it over to my house with the PlayStation and stuff like that. And I remember sitting in my bedroom playing Guitar Hero, and I could not get the hang of it. I'm playing on easy. I'm trying to do like coordinate because I couldn't even play guitar at this point, right? I didn't learn to play guitar until I was 17.
Right.
So I'm trying to coordinate my left hand and my right hand for the buttons, right? So I had to focus on pressing down the little trigger thing to strum, and Jess would shout out the colors to me. So I would like press the colors, so it'd be like green, red, green.
not helping.
Wow.
Just-
Wow.
That's the only way I could do it. That's the only way I could do it was her screaming it at me. I'm like, okay, I got it. And then
Drowning out the
eventually,
music.
I didn't have to have her yelling the colors at me anymore because I could look at the screen and play at the same time.
Because you weren't looking at your hands.
Yeah, that was exactly it. I had to look at my hands to see what I was doing.
Yeah.
So she would yell out the color that I had to hit.
So she was your eyes.
She was my eyes.
I
She's
got it.
always been the other half of me, you know? Yes, she's all. Yeah, we discovered, it's funny, and she'll laugh if she's listening to this, but I was looking at pictures in the living room of Jess and I in my frame.
Yeah.
I'm always on the left side of her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always. Like every single picture, I'm on the left side. So
Sure.
she's my right hand, you know? She's my right side. Like, it's funny. I just love it. It's so, yeah, it's funny.
That makes sense.
My best friend.
I want to play Guitar Hero again. I
Oh,
want to get.
man.
I want to get Guitar Hero.
We need to find it. What system does that go on now?
PS2.
PS3.
PS3 would, PS3 would
I
have
had
it.
last Guitar Hero, Heroes, wasn't there?
Heroes of Rock is 3.
Yeah.
That was Legends of Rock.
I mean, I have a
Yeah.
PS3.
We
Just
do.
need to,
You need to get a guitar.
yeah.
Anybody ever play Rocksmith?
I love Rocksmith.
No.
Nope, never
Rocksmith
played
is
it.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's actually amazing technology.
My
It's
brother
so
has it.
good.
It is kind of like next level. You've got to have a good guitar that holds a solid tune, but if you do, then it works really well.
Yeah, yeah.
It can
Oh,
be
right.
annoying if
That's
you're
the thing that uses an actual guitar
yes,
instead of like a plastic guitar.
but if your guitar doesn't really have like a consistent tuning, then it can be somewhat more irritating than anything.
Yeah, I remember
Because like you'll
learning-
be hitting the fucking note on the 7th fret, and it's like, oh, you're wrong.
Yeah, because
that
the
was
7th
low.
fret is sharp or flat.
So it basically has to be in perfect tuning with the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, hit the 7th fret on the 3rd
Great
string,
concept.
and you're
My
like, there
bass
it
works
is.
pretty well in Rocksmith.
7th fret, 3rd string, and it's like, oh, you're wrong. No, that was where that was.
I would love to be able to program my own Rocksmith songs and just toss it in there and just play along to it. And just learn that way. Like all my band songs, that would be an amazing way to learn. Just have
Can
it
you
played
do
back.
that?
What?
Can you do that?
Maybe.
Probably made modding. Not
You
on
can do
your
custom
own.
songs.
You could mod it.
You can do custom songs on Rocksmith. You just can't do it on the with the guitar.
Yeah, no, yeah.
you
You
need
could
it.
you could go into the little jam session and play it.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to make your own. You could make your own song and put it in there, but it'd be modding it. Aside from that, they sell a bunch of extra songs on the marketplace, so that's how they make their money. All right, want to buy a song for $4? There you go, 250 credits.
Yeah, it's like how I think Rock Band ended up being. Was you had Rock Band World Tour or some shit like that, the last one they brought out, but they basically made it so you can download more songs as you kept the game. Until I think they stopped doing that a year ago or a couple years ago. I mean, they might be still doing it for a while. But I'm just saying, I think that's what they did was basically, here's the songs we put on our discs because we want to get this game out there. Here's a list of songs we're going to put out later you can buy for $2 to $7.
That's true.
The more popular the
That's how they
songs
suck
cost
you,
more money.
Understandably.
You know what game I really enjoyed playing that I kind of want to play again with you was Human Fall Flat.
Right.
That
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
That was a fun one. I
thought
think we
you-
still have that on the PS4. No, maybe not.
Kind of thought you were gonna say Minecraft.
I mean, hey, I always am up for
No,
Minecraft.
sorry. Bedrock is no good for
Has
these
to be
two.
Java, man.
These two they're poisoned to Bedrock. They fucking hate that shit.
Hey, okay, I'll go back
Alright,
to
elitists.
no.
I
Listen,
deleted that shit. It's
listen.
dumb.
I don't mind playing Bedrock. I just find that Java is more efficient and it is easier to use.
Same. Hard same.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
But here's the problem with Java.
no, there's a problem with Java.
You can't play with us.
You can.
Technically, we can.
It's just really shitty, slow, and
It's slow.
laggy.
That's all. And I honestly don't mind playing on the console. It really doesn't bother me. The only thing I don't like is not being able to have things other than a shield in my offhand. In Java, you can have anything in your offhand and use it. Food,
Rockets.
anything.
Can't put a shield in your offhand on my.
No, you can. That's the only thing you can on Bedrock. You can't put anything else in your offhand on Bedrock.
Alright.
So it's just kind of inconvenient.
Yeah.
That's inconvenient.
Quite.
Inconvenient.
Y'all remember Burnout?
You talking about me?
No, the game. also, we did Burnout a little there, but yeah, you remember the game Burnout?
Yeah, I know that game. That fucking game was
that
fun.
the one?
Yeah, it was a completely unrealistic car physics, but that was fun. That was what was fun about it.
I was
It was
gonna
just
say,
like
that's the point.
it was just extreme and just silly.
It was action movie car crashes. That's
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
the whole point of Burnout was crash your fucking cars cool as you can, action movie style.
Yeah, it was
That
pretty
was
awesome.
the one
game.
where you got points for it, right?
yeah. You see a tanker full of oil, blow that shit up. Hit that motherfucker first.
Yeah.
What was the game that you basically get more points the more you hurt yourself? It wasn't that one. It's like your physical body. Like,
Well,
you can basically throw yourself down at like a hill of a tree. Like
Saints-
it's a cheese grater hill.
Saints Row 3 or Saints Row had a game or had a what do you call it, a mini game in the game called Insurance Fraud, where basically you ragdoll physics and you could throw yourself at cars or throw yourself off buildings or whatever. What you wanted to throw yourself at cars in the target zones, and you would go ragdoll and you would go flying up, and the more points you got, was the whole point of it. That's probably not what you're talking about, but that's what it reminds me of. I'm trying to think what you're talking about.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like a Saints Row game. It was definitely more like you can get it like a demo, and it was more on PS3 kind of thing. It's older.
Well, Saints Row was on PS3.
I don't know.
I never had a PS3 or a PS4 or an Xbox 360 or an Xbox or
Oh, I'm shitting.
I had never had any console past the PS2.
So basically, you moved to PC and never came back.
Yeah. I actually kind of just stopped gaming, actually.
Yeah, he got a life with music.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to be a gamer when you're in the
I'm
middle
back
of the
into
music.
gaming again, though. I'm playing some Pokemon. I played Minecraft a bunch, like a year ago. We were saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you
But
you
I
were
did-
also in the middle of school. Like,
I was musicking hard.
yeah, like you didn't have time.
Learning.
I gamed hard in my all through my childhood for like the first
Yeah.
20 years of my life, and then after that, I was just like, all right, no gaming. Yeah.
Makes sense. You got a lot more on your plate then.
Yeah.
But you know, you're back at it.
I'm back.
Somewhat, yeah.
Gaming.
Like I said, I want to get a Switch. I want to get a PS5. But I think the Switch would probably be first because, again, you can't really find a PS5. But
Can't really afford a PS5.
True, but well, I want to do
Yeah.
my taxes. I might be able to afford if I do my taxes. But anyways, I want to get a Switch, and if I get a Switch, I want to get a Luigi's Mansion for sure.
You spooked out by the clock.
Shut up. No, I won't get spooked up by no clocks. I will play the game like a man and manliness because I played Resident Evil 7 and that game was scary.
Spooky.
Although I think Trina, I was playing Resident Evil 3 and near the end there you're walking through this containment area like storage area things and Trina was watching me and like or she was doing something and sitting beside me and I had my headphones on and I'm playing and a fucking zombie dog comes out of nowhere and jumps on me and fucking makes me jump like this is scary like a fucking jump scares me. And she's like, oh shit. She sees me jump. She's like, oh, he must be really in it.
I'm watching, like, I'm just sitting there and then out of the corner of my eye, I just see him jolt backwards and I'm like, whoa.
Those games are fucking freaky sometimes. But to be honest, I love getting myself scared. That's why I love horror movies, right?
I watched a dude in school jump and scream like a little girly scream, and to Resident Evil 7.
Nice.
Yeah, on virtual reality.
Oh shit!
In front of the whole class.
I can see that.
In front of the whole class. In class. It was great. It was so great. We all volunteered this guy because we knew he would just like. It was great.
I wish. Also, that's the kind of thing I wish to get to one day.
It sounds mean out of context, but we were all friends. It was good.
Oh yeah. It was the PlayStation Virtual Reality headset. You know.
Yeah.
Because now that they worked out most of the bugs and they're getting new controllers for it, so it looks more like the 3D headset you can get on for the computer and stuff. And they have some pretty cool games for that nowadays.
Yeah.
So shit.
Yeah, they've come out with more.
Yeah, they have a new like Walking Dead game that looks really sick.
That'd be scary as hell.
Because you're basically just walking through and looking and whatnot and trying to find stuff and fight.
Is it just open world?
Kinda. You're trying to figure out what's going on in this small town.
Can you
And,
leave?
like, sort of, not really. It's like, for what I saw from watching YouTube videos, you start in this like little area. You find this bus and it has like all this stuff on it that you can use to build stuff and store stuff. And then you find a radio thing. It tells you to come to this area. So you jump on this boat and the boat takes you to this little part of town. In this town there's a couple of houses and stuff, but you got to get to the house with the blue door. So you're looking for a house with this blue door. It's like a couple down the street and whatnot, and there's a down the corner. In that house, that's where you got to find whatever you're looking for, a map or whatever. I forget what it was that he was looking for. So he finds that, and then it turns out night happens, and when night happens, the zombies come out more, and they're more like effective. So he's like, oh shit! So he's trying to get out of the fucking house and out into like the streets and shit where the zombies are, but he's trying to get out without getting seen. Because if you get seen, then they kind of all come at you. So he's fucking trying to get out and whatnot. He makes it out the back door, makes it through the thing. He's about to make it to his boat when he gets seen. He's like, ah, fuck. And then tries to make it to his boat in time. And he makes it to the boat. So I think basically it's not like open world. It's like cut off, and so that your missions are certain ways. but the maps are kind of big enough for you to explore a little bit, as long as you don't because he could have stayed and explored more, right? But night happened, so he kind of got spooked and left. What?
That would be cool.
Game of Thrones? What, a game?
Of Thrones.
Well, they did have the Telltale game.
Did they?
Yeah, you know what those are?
No.
They're like, not point and click adventures and shit like that, but they did more for the Walking Dead series.
Okay.
Anyways, but you would like go play scenes out, and you would give you questions, and you press X or A for the answer.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's boring.
I don't
No,
like
but
those
like
kind of
like
games.
I'm talking about like an open world game, like.
Yeah, like Skyrim.
But
Or
you
like-
get to like
or like
make
Game
your
of
own.
But it would, but the geography would be Game of Thrones. Like I'm
Like
looking at
Westeros.
Westeros. I'm looking at a giant map right now, and it's just a Game of Thrones map, and it's like literally 6 feet by 4.5 feet. Like
How do
it's
you guys feel waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 to come out?
Oh yeah, I heard about that today. Heard about Elder Scrolls 6 today.
yeah.
Is that like the extension? Like
Skyrim
It's the
stuff.
next open world RPG from Bethesda. So like
okay, so
the
it's
next
not the
Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls Online shit.
No,
Because I was pissed off at
This
that. I
one-
didn't like how that worked out.
this is the next single player Elder Scrolls game. So like Skyrim.
I didn't know that.
Skyrim was 5.
Skyrim was Elder Scrolls 5.
Oh.
This is the next single player.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not the Fallout universe. This is the Elder Scrolls.
I mean, I still need to finish Skyrim, but
yeah.
me want.
Right.
Fallout 5 is farther away than Elder Scrolls 6.
See-
But in reality, I hate to let you down, but Starscape is going to come first.
What's that?
I think it's Starscape. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it?
I don't know.
No idea.
It's the next Bethesda game.
Oh, honestly,
I'll correct
I've
myself
always
in a
been
second.
more partial to the Skyrim universe than
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Like, I love more like the medieval fantasy kind of thing.
Starfield. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm kind of excited.
No, that's true. The medieval stuff, the might and magic has always been pretty fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that game too. So it'd be interesting when they do update it for more like the live, more like our graphic, like PlayStation 4 graphics, because they've been just milking Skyrim like a fucking.
They haven't come out with a new Skyrim in a while, like or a new like Elder
They just
Scrolls.
brought it out for. I was gonna say they just brought out Skyrim for the Switch like last year or
Did
2
they?
years ago. Yeah,
It's
When it
like
came out.
I'm out of the loop, man.
It's almost 10 years old. I think it was released in 2011.
It's as bad as fucking.
Yeah, it was just
GTA
after
5.
I started college.
And how old are you now?
I'm going to be 28 this year. I was 18 in college.
10 years.
Damn. So yeah, Skyrim. Bethesda, get on that next Elder Scrolls game.
Fucking GTA or Rockstar. Where's the next GTA?
Because I remember when I first moved
Those
out.
leaks are coming out hard.
When I first
And-
moved out here, it had just come out because my roommate, when I first moved out here, had gotten it, and I was watching him play it, and I'm like, whoa, this looks cool. But I never actually had a PS3 or anything to play it on, so I just was watching other people play it, and then when the first time I ever actually played it myself is when I moved back to my hometown.
Right.
True.
There's rumors that they might announce something with GTA 6 this year because it's coming up, I think, on the 10-year anniversary of GTA 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez.
The leaks are starting to come out. Well, not the leaks aren't pouring out, but like lots of people are kind of jumping on the bandwagon. Like, oh, might be coming out soon. Might be coming out soon.
Well, didn't they just release that it's going to be set in present time? Like 2020?
Yeah, like Project Americas is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
So like it might be taking all of the states, or like 4 major parts of the
That'd be
states.
fun, though. Come on.
Like they're suggesting maybe little like 3 or 4 older maps, like Liberty City, San Andreas, and like a little bit of GTA 5.
What was that? San Andreas, basically?
Uh,
Los Santos.
Maybe GTA 4 is what they're included. I don't know.
Well,
Who
that's
knows?
Liberty City.
Like, they got Project
Vice City?
Americas. GTA
4 was
4
Liberty
wasn't
City.
really Liberty City,
it
in
was.
my opinion.
Yeah, it was called Liberty City. They said it's Liberty City. Liberty City Radio. Liberty City Airport was that thing. That's what it's called. I don't fucking remember. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. GTA 6, I'm looking forward to that. Starfield will be like, it's supposed to be kind of like Fallout, but like in space, I guess, is kind of what we're getting at. But
For a second, I thought you said it's supposed to be like GTA. I don't know why GTA. I heard GTA instead of Fallout. But I was gonna say, so wait, you can hijack someone's spaceship? That's crazy. Give me the spaceship, motherfucker.
I mean, probably.
Oh, we have your helmet on, bitch. Oh man. Sounds good though. But I'd still say GTA 6 needs to get out soon. Or Red Dead Redemption DLC where there's an actual story mode. DLCs, not this fucking just online shit. Don't get me wrong, the online shit's fun, but some story DLC, like you can play as fucking Charles or someone. That'd be fun.
Still got to get the Harvest Moon for PS4.
Yeah, we'll work on that too.
I will get it eventually.
All I know is I went to this. I think I'm going to jump back into Odyssey.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. It's a fun game. Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology stuff.
That Valhalla one looks cool.
That's what I want. I want to get to that one, but I think I want to get the PS5 first because it looks like it would be better looking on that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Getting pretty burnt out.
I'm fucking ripped, man.
You look at you keep just
I'm
staring
like-
into space for a second there. You're just staring
I'm, like,
at me.
really
I'm like,
high.
is he waiting to say something? Like
Everybody's just waiting for the other person to talk at this point. Like, do you
Yeah.
got something? You got anything? We're good. I think we're done.
Well, so I don't forget again. We got Twitters. You can follow us on Twitter at Always More Pod. You always find us again on Instagram at Always Room for More Podcast. See, I'm getting good, guys. I'm good. So yeah, you can find us there. I post all the pictures on the Instagram there. I keep up to date with the Twitter and do some weird, like, I interact with people there and talk to people and send out our tweets and retweet people.
Yeah, you're usually the one that's on Twitter and Instagram. I'm usually the one that's on our Facebook page, which you can
Facebook
also
page.
find at Always Room for More Podcast.
Yeah, see, it's still new. I'm just still getting used to that one, so don't blame me for that. I got the other two. That's in my brain. It's in there. It's locked in.
And always feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Leave a review. It always helps.
And if you're listening on YouTube, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Give us your examples of strains you might want us to try. Maybe you can find it. We'll smoke it.
We always like to interact with people.
Hit that like button. We could use always get more likes. People like us.
Always good, more likes.
We're good people. People like us.
Okay.
We
Yep,
do
that's-
good
Stop being a
things.
ham. Stop being a ham.
That sounds like something that. I don't
Where
know. Too
we go
fucking
with that
high.
one, yeah.
I mean,
Well, let's smoke some more weed about it then.
was I the only one hearing a little bit of Thurgood there?
Smoke some weed on that.
Yeah.
Is that my purse?
Well, thanks for coming along for the high. Because there's always room for more.